for that. Mention the weather. Do we know what the weather in Detroit is right now?
I'm going to guess rainy.
Tigers, 3 o'clock?
Yep.
Against the Mariners?
They were saying, so it looks like the rain's supposed to start petering out like right before game time.
Okay.
So we can hope.
We can hope.
But we're not sure.
We've just got to get some runs early. Anybody else waiting for Green and Torkelson and those? Hey, are you going to hit? Please?
1, 2.
Somebody? Anybody?
We were talking on the morning team, though. They've been on the road since September 21st.
Their bats have been on the road for longer than that.
Maybe some sleep in their own beds. Maybe.
I don't know. Go Tigers. What time is that on SGW AM today, too?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. I think it's 3. Well, I've got it right here.
I know it's the first pitch is
3:40.
Okay, 3:40.
3:40 is the broadcast time, so...
Conveniently located on WSGW AM.
790 AM. Nope. It is 100% on 790 AM.
Okay.
I was about to say the other one.
Nope.
No.
All right, let's get into it. Last hour we talked about being sick and tired. Now this hour I want to start the hour off here on the Art Lewis Show and talk about a disgusting phenomenon that I've seen in our society. And I talked about it on my award-winning Generating Gratitude show, conveniently airing at 7 a.m. on Saturday and 5 p.m. on Sunday on both WSGWs.
Yes. This disgusting trend, is it's not using your turn signal?
No, it's sacrificing your humanity. Sacrificing your humanity for likes, clicks, views, and hits.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I mention that, and it's been a few weeks since the Charlie Kirk murder. I don't have an opinion on Charlie Kirk. It's not for me to decide. But all these disgusting people celebrating the murder, celebrating the death of a man with 2 young children, celebrating the death of a 31-year-old man, married man, family man, regardless of politics or anything like that. And the reason that these people do that, these disgusting people, they're doing it for only one reason. They're doing it for likes, clicks, views, and hits. Because that's what we've become now as a society. We have ceased to be human beings anymore. We've ceased to have empathy. We've ceased to have humility. We've ceased to have gratitude. And we've all sacrificed it at the altar of likes, clicks, views, and hits. Reasonable people don't get likes, clicks, views, and hits. Who are the people that are always highlighted? The whack jobs. The nuts.
Yep.
I've often said that in politics, there's 10% whack jobs on the right, 10% whack jobs on the left. There's 80% of us in the middle. But unfortunately, through social media, we've let those 20% control the discourse. And people are really horrible human beings online when you can hide behind a name. You don't have to deal with people anymore. You're in your underwear in your mother's basement because you haven't got a job, because you spent all your time on the computer, so you have no social skills, and you don't even have good hygiene. You probably stink, and you're probably overweight because you eat junk food and don't exercise or get outside and see the sun. but yet you feel qualified to judge other people and other people's lives.
Joe, you're calling me out, and I don't like it.
No, you're not in your underwear. You
That's
actually have clothes on.
Yeah.
Okay, and can we stop with the pajama pants? Can we stop with the pajamas in public? I'm not a prude, but you know what?
That's interesting, though, because people do so much to curate their image online.
Right.
And how people perceive them. But those same people will walk out in public, down to the Walmart, like we were talking about last hour.
Well, people just say stupid stuff online because they want likes, because they want clicks, because they want views, because they want hits. That's their existence. That's their fuel.
It's the dopamine hit.
Well, they don't live in the real world. Mm-hmm. You live in the real world by getting love and approval and having friends. Okay, that's real. Having friends is real. Having loved ones is real. You know what's fake? Likes, clicks, views, and hits. That's fake.
Yep.
Likes, clicks, views, and hits aren't coming to your funeral. Who's coming to your funeral? People that you've helped. People that love you, people that you love, family members, hopefully. Although at my funeral, I think the family will just be there to make sure that I'm dead and the inheritance goes through.
Wrap a chain around the coffin there. Make sure.
Yeah, we're going to open it up. We want to see one more time for you. But we've done that. We've become a society that we've just become awful people, and we hide behind, Big Butt 69. Oh, there we go. If we've ceased dealing with people. We've become socially retarded. And by that we mean social skills. Look at our kids.
Slowed the development of
but look at
communication.
Well, you look at our kids, they can't communicate.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not letting the adults off the hook, too. I know a certain female of whom I am married to that is addicted to her phone. Ask these people to go without your phone for an hour. And you start to see addictive behavior. You start to see the DTs, and you start to see the irritableness. We're dehumanized. We shy away from the human experience.
And how does it affect not just the way we receive approval, but the way we show approval, too?
Right. Likes, clicks, hits, and views.
Yeah.
I'm only considered a success in life if I've got so many views on my stupid Facebook post. That's why I kind of stay away from social media. Dealing with it is a necessary evil, but I don't have to live there.
Yeah.
And all these people that live their lives, they live their lives for likes, clicks, views, and hits because they're trying to prove to themselves that they have value in their life. I feel badly for people that I see who's constantly online, constantly posting stuff because they're looking for value. They're looking for people to validate them. And unfortunately, likes, clicks, views, and hits are like eating cotton candy for nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
You get a temporary buzz, but it's not substantial. It doesn't last. You have to eat more cotton candy until pretty soon you're rotten.
And I think it's a slow degradation too.
Oh, and we're all guilty of it.
Yeah. We're all at some stage of that.
Go outside. Have a conversation. Help somebody.
Go to church.
Okay, you can do that. Do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just these disgusting people that just because you can comment doesn't mean that you have to. Show some discretion. Baseball vernacular, take a pitch. You don't have to comment on everything.
That's a good way to put it. I hadn't
And you don't have to prove what a disgusting human being you are by celebrating anybody's death. You're doing that because you want people to look at you. You're doing that because you want the likes, clicks, views, and hits. You're not, do you know what you're saying when you're celebrating the murder of somebody? You should have to actually talk to that family. But damn, get a life, man. Get a life. Likes, clicks, views, and hits. That's what we've become now. Joe sitting in for Art Lewis today on the Art Lewis Show. Coming up, one of my favorite features, You're Not Very Good at Your Job. It's all happening just a short bit here on the Art Lewis Show on WSGW.
Hey, before we go to break here, let's liven things up just a little bit with a chance to...
Welcome back to the Art Lewis Show. Joe in for Art. Of course, doesn't matter who the host is, the show is still sponsored by Westside Decorating Center. Visit them 5789 State Street in Saginaw or online always 24/7. WestsideDecoratingCenter.com. All right, Jonathan, time for another blazing edition of You're Not Good at Your Job.
I take exception to that, Joe. I'm very good at my job.
Not you, but Karen Booth is a heart surgeon who's not very good at her job.
That's someone you want to be very good at their job.
Serious concerns about Ms. Booth's performance, and she's a heart surgeon in England, were first raised by her colleagues when she did 7 heart surgeries and all 7 patients died.
Yeah.
You're not very good at your job.
No.
Quote, said the family of one man who died after being operated on by her, Karen Booth, should never practice as a surgeon again. How do you go 0 for 7?
How do you go 0 for 3 without raising some red flags?
Well, even as the patient.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I like to know if my surgeon is competent. So, Dr. Booth, have you done these surgeries before? Oh yeah, I've done heart surgery. Oh yeah, how are the patients? Well, they're dead. How do you go 0 for 7?
Wow.
0 for 7.
I can't believe she gets past 3 without the hospital pulling her.
Yeah. They point to a problematic working culture in the cardiac unit.
I'd say.
Duh. In a comment in communications with the BBC, it said that Karen Booth did not wish to provide a comment.
No. I'm sure there were plenty of comments from the families of her.
You went
patients,
0 for 7. You went a sombrero for 7.
Killed 7 people
in a row.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just on a losing. There's one thing to be in baseball, to be in a slump.
Yeah.
Or be in sales. Well, I made 7 pitches and I'm 0 for 7 and making sales. Okay? As a heart surgeon, I don't think you can have a slump.
No. 1 is bad.
You imagine sitting in the surgeon's lounge? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of a slump. I'm 0 for 7.
Oh, that's all right. You'll get out of it.
You'll
work your way out. No.
Hello?
You imagine your general doctor looking at it going, seeing the name? Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Hey, Karen, how are you?
We're gonna change this one.
Yeah, I know you're going through a rough patch, Karen, but we're gonna take you off of this surgery.
Yeah.
Signs that you're not very good at your job. Having your last 7 heart patients pass away.
It sounds like the setup for a bad joke.
No,
It's not funny. It's well.
Oh,
the fact that 7 people are dead is not
right.
funny. But
the Karen Booth said, "I continue to express my condolences to the families who have lost loved ones and who've been affected by."
I continue to let people die on my operating table, but I express my condolences.
No, it's good, right? We're good.
That's ridiculous.
0 for 7. Coming up, we're going to move the discussion to the trades and the future of the trades in the state of Michigan and why it's wide open opportunity for young people.
People who are good at their jobs.
Or studying to be good at their jobs.
Yes.
We're going to talk to Bridget Sadenwater, who's Vice President and Director of Work-Based Learning for the Greater Michigan Construction Academy. That's all coming up here on the Art Lewis Show on WSGW.
It's natural to have questions.
Joe back with you on a Tigers Tuesday, WSGW. Sitting in for Art today. People ask where the opportunities, where the jobs are coming from for young people. Where are the opportunities for the younger folk? And the answer is simple. It's the trades. Plumbers, welders, HVAC folks. Michigan is going to have a tremendous shortage. It already has a shortage of those folks now. Bridget Sadenwater is with us. She's the Vice President and Director of Work-Based Learning at the Greater Michigan Construction Academy. Bridget, welcome to the Art Lewis Show. Tell us a little bit about the Greater Michigan Construction Academy.
Well, hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk with you today. So yes, at the Greater Michigan Construction Academy, which is a long name, so a lot of times we use our acronym GMCA. So, but we're a trade school, and we have 3 campuses. Our largest is in Midland, but we also have a smaller one in Saginaw and then one in Lansing as well. And so, so we have about between 500 and 600 students each year who are training with us. And you're right, trades is definitely where it's at. So we're excited to be able to work with students to achieve their career goals and get them into the trades.
Yeah, it's amazing because I tell all the young people that I know, if you're looking for a career path, if you're looking for good money, it's the trades. You know, if you can, electrician, plumber, welder, HVAC, you'll always work because Michigan right now, what is it? We're going to be short 10,000 of those folks a year for the foreseeable future.
Yes, there's a variety of estimates. I just did a quick little look on Pure Michigan Talent Connections website, and they said some estimates show that by 2030, we'll need approximately 45,000 new, openings. So I think it's definitely tons of opportunity for those who are interested in doing something with their hands, building, creating. And you're right, a couple things going for it. One is there's a high demand, so lots of openings in not only residential, so building homes and remodeling homes, but also with commercial and industrial as well. So under that bucket of skilled trades, there's just so many different options, and the salaries are I think just it depends on the trade, and there's a lot of variables where you work, and there's a lot of variables. But I think that in Michigan, I saw on that same website, they said the average median salary is right around $61,000. So
right.
Great salaries, high demand. It's definitely something that young people should look into.
And those folks aren't getting laid off either.
Right. There's also a faster entry into the trades. So yes, we do offer training. That you will need training to be a skilled professional, but it's not as though you have to complete that training before you start working. for example, many of our students are, working in day one, starting school. Others might take a class or two just to get some skills under their belt, but you start working right away, and it's kind of learn on the job through either an apprenticeship or just kind of learning as you're working as well. So it's not as though there's a huge delay to get in. You can start entry into these trades right away.
Yeah, it's interesting, because the trades have often gotten a bad rap, but you look at, do we really need any more sports management graduates, or do we really need any more? My God, you can go and get train with the Greater Michigan Construction Academy. You can have a company. Those companies recruit you right out of school, if not while you're still going to school, right?
Yes. We do have someone on staff who works with what we call placement, but you're right. I think within that first class, within the first couple of months, if you're motivated and you want to get working, which most of our students are in that situation, if they're not already, we have a lot of connections with employers throughout the region, and sometimes they're calling us. Sometimes our placement people are calling them to say, hey, we've got somebody great who's motivated and ready to go, and do you have any openings? So if you there are so many openings right now. If you want to work and you're motivated, and it's challenging, hard work, but it's very rewarding too. It's there's a lot of opportunities for creativity and yes, using your hands, but also engaging. It's working as a team. So they're great opportunities.
And it's equal opportunity, males and females.
Yes, we do encourage more. We'd like to get more women in the trades, because there are great opportunities, and there's room for everyone. In fact, we do a lot with different high schools, and in terms of talking to schools and going to some youth events and trying to get girls interested, because you're right. I think women bring a unique perspective and a different attention to detail and fine motor skills, and there's lots of things that women tend to have that are really assets within the trade. So we would love for more women to be in the skilled trades.
Yeah, if there's anything that the movie Flashdance has taught us, women can weld as well.
Correct. Yes, they can. So, and there are some great women in the trades in our community, but we wish there were more, because there's great opportunities as well. In fact, I don't have the exact stat, so but I do want to share. I saw something saying that it's one of those industries where women earn on the dollar very close to what men earn. So it's definitely something that young ladies should check out.
Yeah, I wish high schools and colleges would focus more on the trades, because, like you mentioned, Bridget, that's where the jobs are. They are now, and that's where they're going to be. You walk right into employment. We hear about it's a tough market right now for college graduates, but it's not a tough market for the trades.
You're right. There are more opportunities out there than we have people available. So if anyone is interested, and they should, no matter what age. So we do some things with youth, and things like we have construction camps in the summer, and we do some exploratory things. We work with high schools as well, and there are some great career centers in the area as well, and some great things happening in high schools. But there's an opportunity for even more, to get even more kids involved. And so I think you don't really know what you want to go into till you have experiences, till you try some things. So we appreciate partnering with people on our youth programs.
And you have 3 locations. You have a location in the Midland, you have a location in Saginaw, and there's also a location in Lansing.
Yes. So in our Midland, we offer the largest amount of trades. So you're right, you kind of listed them earlier, but things like carpentry, electrical, HVAC, pipe fitting, plumbing, sheet metal, welding. And so we offer a large number in Midland. But in Saginaw, we do offer the first class to get started. And then we also offer our electrical program. So some students who live closer to that Saginaw campus will take that first introductory class in Saginaw, and then if they want to trade, we don't offer in Saginaw. Midland's not too far away, so we've got a lot of students who kind of go back and forth between the two. So our classes are all in the evening for adults. our youth stuff we do during the day, but for adults it would be one evening a week. So it allows for us, our students to work during the day. So most are in an apprenticeship, so they'd work during the day in that apprenticeship, and then they come to their training one night a week. So so it's really it seems to work really well for our students to be able to work because that's obviously one of their priorities, but also to learn and to advance their career.
That's a great point that you bring up, Bridget, about older people. You know, if you're 29, 30, 35, 40, and you don't like the way that your life is going, or you're tired of working at dead end jobs, or you've hit the ceiling at where you are. You know, the Greater Michigan Construction Academy offers you this opportunity to. We're so short of the skilled trades that it doesn't matter how old you are. You can walk right into employment.
You're right. And we do, the biggest chunk of our students are probably like that 18 to 26. But we do have another chunk in that maybe 27 to 35 area where they maybe tried some things and for whatever reason they thought this is not where I want to go. Some, kind of pursued a path and then they realized their earning potential wasn't going to be as great as they wanted it to be, and so I need to check out the skilled trades. So and then we also have some who are kind of recareering into their 40s and 50s who are saying, hey, I'm looking for the next thing, and this is going to be my next thing. So I think some of the trades, take. There are some things where maybe you need like a lot of strength and it's physically demanding, but others aren't necessarily as hard on the body. So some, even in their 50s, are recareering. So you're right, any age. There are opportunities in skilled trades for any age.
All right, Bridget, we're going to wrap this up. Bridget Sadenwater, Vice President and Director of Work-Based Learning for the Greater Michigan Construction Academy. If you want more information, Bridget, what's the website?
It's gmcami.org.
All right. Thank you very much, Bridget.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yep. There we go. If you want your kids to be employed and you want to make good money, trades is where it's at. You're listening to the Art Lewis Show. Joe sitting in for Art on a Tiger Tuesday. We'll come back with more on WSGW.
Hey, it's Charlie Rood here.
Just listening to that promo. Go Tigers, huh? 3:40 today. Who's pitching? Flaherty? Okay, let's hope for a few early runs. They wasted that Scooble start on Sunday night. What a bummer. Anyway, Joe sitting in for Art, the waning moments of the Art Lewis Show. And we got one time for a little bit more, you're not very good at your job. Okay, you're a bus driver and you're an aide, okay? You're a bus driver and an aide. Two people in a van.
Okay, so it's two different people.
Two different people. Okay, you have one job. Bus driver and a van and an aide. Make sure that all the kids get off the bus.
Seems reasonable.
Okay.
Seems simple.
Okay, your job is you park the bus / van, and your job is to make sure that all the human beings on the vehicle depart. Well, it didn't happen. in the Cottage Grove School District. I don't know where it is. According to the school district, an attendance call and an email was sent to students' family, alerting them that their children were absent. Parents called the school confused and said their children